Hey. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen out there. Yes, too. Now I can boldly say my 400 plus strong. My 400 plus strong folks out there who are listeners to this podcast, welcome into another episode of A Different View. You know, I talk about that TV show Loki a lot, and just come to my mind now as I'm doing my little open here is this idea of glorious purpose, man. And I know that those who have a disagreement, which is fine. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I said this in early episodes of the podcast, you know, and gosh, man, could I think I've said it once before, but again, repetition is necessary for learning, man. Just again, we talk about keeping pace with ourselves, man. See, again, you live in the world around you. But the balance of a thing while you also live in the world around you is yourself, y'all. You have to take inventory of yourself, you know. These different places we go shopping, these retail stores, and they got inventory time, right? And it's normally the time where a consumer is even more stupid. Let's be honest, right? We're more belligerent and stupid because we have no regard for the fact that the stores and the workers in those stores are trying to count product. We can see it all over the place. You got labels all over the place, and little tags and stuff that you wouldn't see normally. And again, some people are real dumb to the thing because they got them blinders on. You know, like since we're still in May here, a couple more days left. You know, something that I haven't done a lot, and I'm remiss again, is shout out to my Asian brothers and sisters, right? Pacific Islanders, man, because this is a month that this nation has decided, this government, I should say, has decided to recognize y'all. So my apologies for not going further. I did post up something online talking about Fiji, you know, again, Pacific Islanders. Shout out to my day oneers, man, out there providing me information and knowledge. So this is what we're talking about, y'all. Share with me. Let me know what's going on, man, because I'm going to get the word out there. I'm done. I really, truly am done listening on the rhetoric that has come from those who say they love God and they love people and all this. And I'm talking about every belief on the planet. And we sit back with the arms folded while people bleeding and dying, y'all. That's the real. That's the real that they will never touch. They will never touch. They'll never get into the topics on it, really, not for too long. Because this thing is for y'all. It's not, again, you're operating in the mindset of mass. And my 400 plus viewers, not out here lying to y'all, man. Hey, come on now. And we know that thing gonna keep climbing because I'm not out here lying to y'all. This is the real. Why do you think people don't? We've talked about this. We've talked about this on this podcast before. Why do you think people ain't going to church, man? Because they see y'all cap. That's why. There ain't nobody. Listen. Let's get into a. Let's get into a little thing here, right? This is a little coming out party. Shout out to the people, man. To the power to the players, man. I talked about this in early episodes, talking about GameStop, man. It was a cool thing and they went away from it. But shout out to the players, man. This is power to y'all. Y'all make the thing run. Again, I could just be speaking the air all day long, but it's in the people. See, again, when you operate in the spirit of mass, so you can't give people the credit. This is why you can go into church. This is why I did this tithing episode. And I pray that these kind of things catch on, y'all. I'm sorry. I understand it bucks against the idea and you're seeing certain things in scripture, but we're not looking at the whole of a thing. And that's okay. Because there's more than enough time down here for us to get it. Again, you giving profit to a place that's supposed to be giving back and profit into you. And I'm not just talking spiritually now. Again, everybody is too heavenly minded that they are no earthly good. This is real, y'all. This is real. The church been going through all this kind of mess for a long time. And again, no different than the Civil War battlefield. This is in other wars. This is why folks is walking off the battlefield, y'all. We done. Hey, we going toward life, godliness, and peace, man. There's too much war on this planet. Too much war, man. You wouldn't even have, see, what I meant to say before, which I was remiss, y'all. And like I said, I'm going to keep going back and forth here. This is all one thing that goes in motion. Different topics, all one motion, right? So we forgot to talk about, what was that phrase that I was mentioning that was constantly talked about in the 60s? Because we going all the way back, y'all. right? We're talking about the parts that was missed in life. When I put that little picture up online, man, there's so many thoughts into my head. My apologies, y'all. When talking about Pacific, specifically speaking on Pacific. See, again, when you see people who cannot actually just speak on something for a second or two or 3, 5, 25, right? It's because they don't give enough attention to. One, a lot of us are still learning a thing because many things have been blinded to us. Two, we rejected a lot of things. Right? I'm telling you, we rejected a lot of things. We've rejected to the point we forgot what they were. And then when they brought to your remembrance, you're like, yo, man, I forgot about that. The afro in Fiji that is called the Bundinga, I believe is how it's said. Women, not just the men, women wearing that hairstyle, y'all. And how over in Fiji, it has been lost. Because y'all chasing after massa so. And straight hair, so you don't know about your physiology. You don't. Because again, we're learning and listening to massa. We are not learning and listening from the master that made us all. How we share very similarities. People want to get on this thing with transgenderism. Y'all need to look at your genitalia a little closer. There's too many similarities. Yeah, I know what y'all gonna say. And yes, the woman gives birth. And shout out to the life givers. We still in the month that has Mother's Day. And a shout out to the mamas out there, right? Of all types. The baby mamas, the single mamas, because brothers of all types of cultures don't know how to not keep their stuff in their own bodies. We're talking about sexual responsibility, ladies and gentlemen. Why are people listening to this podcast? I'm not speaking no doctrine of devils. I know where Christians go with this stuff, man. I know where y'all go with it. And not just Christians, other people of different faiths or beliefs, right? We've broken down that word in our Halloween episode. Faith and, again, what do you believe in, right? And religion and tradition. Again, folks like to stay stuck in the thing because this is all they have. This is what they know. But in order for you to see the other side of a thing, you've got to acknowledge it. And this is the part where when you talk on the separation of church and state, it is a misnomer. Excuse me a second. Let me give myself some water. Shout out to my 400 hour, I should say. See, guys, we do that too much. Too much ownership, not enough partnership. Hey. Excuse me one second while I get that sip of water. We do too much ownership and not enough partnership. And that's why we're missing it, y'all, because we keep trying to fight over who the owner is. There's one only above us all, isn't there? I know. We keep shouting, running, hallelujah. We ain't got it yet, man. We do this thing around these churches, or we sit there quietly, right? Because the popular one is and for the most part, black folks, not just black folks, because you can go into so-called white churches. Again, most of the Pentecostal, charismatic churches, right? As the denominations go, 40 some odd thousand denominations, but y'all believe Jesus though. Can't y'all have just kept that to 1 or 2? Never mind. Never mind. There's certain topics folks just don't want to get in. They like to skirt around. See, for the folks who are done on this thing, they're showing you in the proof. You reject the proof. And then keep going on in the way you're going. So go with it. Again, life, this is the beauty of this, y'all. We, even to the words that we speak, we ain't even got to go that long, right? This is just off the cuff. There's no topic we're really going to talk about today. This is just firing off the top, y'all. Right? This is shout out to people. Again, this thing does not work without y'all. Right? Recognizing things like talking about hairstyles that were done in Fiji, right? Recognizing things like the Afrocentric foods in Brazil. Because again, you got to understand slaves were brought over to South America, and also Central America, and all over this planet. Did they capture and control the peoples already there? Using the Bible to do it, the Christian will not stand up and say a word. Y'all have been silent this whole time, using preachers like Jesse Jackson, preachers like Al Sharpton, and representatives and people who are okay using a thing. See, again, like I gave the analogy on this podcast, y'all got the diamond for the shine of the diamond. You don't care about the diamond itself coming from the ground, made by the creator for you to wear in a ring. You just care about what it gives you. You got to start caring about people, ladies and gentlemen. We got to stop damning them to hell. There is one who judges above us all. And see, we keep doing that little happy dance around it. I know. This is why I say on this podcast, y'all, there is refuge here. We see the different people, Spotify for podcasters. Shout out one time, Spotify for podcasters, right? Another one of those things that we have done as we approach 1 year. June 3rd, ladies and gentlemen, I took a bold step to talk to my fellow brothers and sisters on the planet. Not to reject people, but to include as God does in the open invitation to the wedding. We're gonna get into that verse now. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Man. Hopefully, I did not delete it because y'all, I do not remember. I can find it and I'll tell y'all, again, a lot of these things, this is just, so you got the husbandman. This is in Matthew 21 that talks about the husbandman. We went over that one. There's another one about a wedding. And where we were where people were sent out and they rejected those who were inviting people to the wedding. They didn't want a deal because, again, folks are done on a certain thing. Yeah, we found it. So we were just talking, Jesus fired back and forth, man. We talking about talking to the people who wanted to trap him. Here's another thing with all this stuff. Something about the woman caught in adultery. Let me, because we miss over this. See, we miss over some things. Man. Again, we got the computer here, y'all. Y'all, the information at your fingertips. Can I speak one time to y'all, man? The info is at your fingertips. Do you want it or not? Huh? Do y'all really want that information, man? Because what you're going to find is going to shock you. What you're going to find is going to shock you. It don't change the fact of how holy life is, but it does let you know people been messing with the Bible on a serious level. That's what it lets you know. Okay. And then we're going to get back into this other one here. Just a couple we're going to drop on you here. Little Wednesday wisdom, okay? Went unto the Mount of Olives. A lot of stuff was going on with Jesus with the Mount of Olives, by the way. Early in the morning, came unto the temple, sat down to start talking to the people. And here you go. This is John chapter 8, man. The scribes and Pharisees. Again, we're reading from the King James Version because I'm bringing out certain things here on purpose that have been missed on purpose because the church is playing pauper to Rome, right? Rome now is the United States. Or, excuse me, the United States is basically Europe 2.0. This is just a carbon copy, just a clone of Europe over here. So again, the government ain't the parliament, but it's got the same DNA encoded in it. I'm sorry. Yeah, it looks a little different because it's modernized for here in North America. Same stuff, y'all. See, again, but the Christian can't talk like that. See, they those who are stuck. Well, excuse me. Let me rephrase. And I'm not, this is not comparing who real and who ain't, but those who see a thing, I'm just going to say it that way. When you see something, you say something, right? This is what they told you after September 11, 2001. When you see something, say something, right? because too many people now have gotten to the point. So you've invited war that has started from those who were of European descent, constantly warring in the thousands and the 1100s and the 1200s, constantly trying to fight after power, using the Bible to do it, right? Because we know where the Church of England coming from, that we do this DID like it's not really that, we're something different. Yeah, okay. We're talking two sides of a coin here, ladies and gentlemen. You can either not be like that or you're going to be like that. That's how this works. Early in the morning came to the temple again, sat down to teach him, verse 3, that here come the scribes and Pharisees. When y'all see these people, man, you got to understand. They think they know the thing, but you are looking at the outside shell of it. You're not looking at the heart of it. Anyway, brought home a woman taken in adultery. They said unto them, Master, this woman was the master. This is y'all them house Negroes. That's exactly who you are. So I'm going to say it that way. Master, we done this woman was taken in the very act of adultery. Now I'm flipping around the words. It's all the same thing, right? Moses in the law commanded us. This is how you hear from most people. This is what they're good on. See, Jesus flipped it on them every time when it was like that. Because y'all looking at the law that is death. The law brings death, but the spirit of the law giveth life. When are we going to get it, ladies and gentlemen? Hold on now. See, again, we understand the differences in the mind. When are we going to get it? Because again, you've got your grandbabies on the line. Your kids is on the line. You're on the line. Your ancestry is on the line. How long do you continue to walk down the path that leads you to destruction? You're going to keep siding with a government that does not care about you, ladies and gentlemen. They don't. So you want to get involved in an electoral college that is based off of making sure that the Negro stays 3/5 of a person. Y'all have to question that. Folks ain't got the boldness to not do no voting. They don't. They don't. Now, meanwhile, you get involved in this 4-year vote, and yet nobody will go challenge their state, city, and town's budgets. Nobody will go to these meetings to deal with what's going on. It's very few percentage. Do you know who is going there, though? Older people. Younger folks, we need to get involved. We need to get involved. Time has changed. Again, the life that our parents was lived was a shadow and a lie, making them work all them hours because you didn't want to pay them properly. You made them take the scraps and sit there and twist up hard work like the only way you can make money. Never mind, massa, sitting up in the plantation house. See, but church folks can't go there. Only those who see the true light of love and life that comes from things like in the Bible. Again, we're not talking about the fluff they keep telling you what you can't do in this life. We're talking about the things of what you can do. I was talking to someone, we was talking on that subject of purpose a while ago, right? Purpose. Purpose dealing with this idea. We're down here to dress and keep this planet. That is human purpose. We're talking about God made the planet. It was spinning in motion without people there. This is what Genesis tells you. Then God makes people, places them in the garden. Again, I understand, man. Folk won't get on that. That's fine. Y'all stay on that masculine mess. Go for it. Since clearly we all understand the totality of men. There can't be anything else. It's just this. That's fine. Again, that's how everybody thought when the ark was being built. There wasn't going to be no flood. And then the flood came, and now what? Now what do you do? Changes the tune for y'all with as far as homosexuality is concerned, and all of a sudden one of your cousins is as they call it, gay. Now, we already had a topic on that last June. We'll continue. We will continue come this June because you've got to let go of certain things. Y'all don't agree with life that is being lived. That's fine. Are you telling me we're supposed to persecute? Are you telling me we're supposed to protest in front of these people? Is that the spreading of the truth in the highways and the byways that we've been preached all these years? No, it ain't. No, it ain't. But it's cool. Y'all continue. Because again, time is such a wild teacher, man. Anyway, we all find out in the end, y'all. That's how this game works. Verse 5, now Moses in the law commanded us that we ought to stone this woman. Y'all keep on with them guns and find out how far it gets you. You don't want to use them for their proper purpose. No different than sex, no different than food, no different than anything down here that has been given to us as an ability. You want to talk about mutants, man. Mutants? You know, let's just pause here. Because again, we just shooting off as they say in the hood, we're just shooting the bobo, right? We're just having a conversation. What's the definition of the word mutant? Y'all know what the definition of the word mutant is? I mean, I don't know. You know, I kind of have an idea. Okay. So an adjective resulting from or showing the effects of mutation. Okay. Yeah, this is from Oxford Dictionary, by the way. Good old Oxford. You know, like in England, it's the only place where any knowledge and anything can come from, isn't it? Oh boy. So let's see what mutation is about, right? To be a mutant is to result from the effect of mutation. All right, let's keep it going. The changing or structure of a gene resulting in a variant form that may be transmitted to subsequent generations, caused by the alteration, of single base units in DNA or the deletion, insertion, or rearrangement of larger sections of genes or chromosomes. A distinct form resulting from a change in the structure of a gene. In linguistics, let's see here. Regular change. I want y'all to notice the word change consistently brought up in these words here, man. Talking about what a thing is changing to something else. Regular change of a sound when it occurs adjacent to another one. As far as in a linguistic term, as far as Germanic. Now, we had gone over the different areas of the world, so you understand the language. So you speak the one that comes from Europe, primarily England. There's others involved, but primarily, see again, specific in general speech, primarily England. They're using an equivocal language when they speak, so you can interchange words for words. Every nation on the planet don't do that. Some of them have a very unilateral speech. Consider that when you are reading certain things in the Bible. It'll help you understand some things, especially with all these different versions and stuff. You got to do a little bit of background research, y'all. See, again, we talking about cleaning out the closet. You want to talk about closet, right? We talking about cleaning out the closet, man. Regular change of a sound when it occurs adjacent to another. Okay, so the sound starts, changes over time. You have an original deal, it changes over time. It's not the original anymore, it's in the likeness of. Wonder where we've seen that from. Where have we been made in the light? Wait, you changed the gene. Wait, the original, and then you changed the rearrange. We're in the likeness of. Oh boy. Well, that would be creation, wouldn't it? You telling me, KJ, that mutation happened in creation? According to this definition, yeah, it did. Which DNA we talking about? So we only think in the human form. What other DNA? See, we're talking about why we have to do what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, because there's too much of this mess out here. We the mutants, folks. That's not a bad thing. Other people think that's a bad thing. I can tell you why. Just like when I did that X-Men episode, it's because people have the wrong view on people. I wonder where y'all got that wrong view from. Oh. That's that diverse doctrine of devils there. That's what that is. Yeah, that's what the Bible talking about when it talks about being careful what you're hearing from folks telling you all this mess. Okay, I get it now. I get it now, God, what you're saying. We see what you're putting down. Oh, you saying that it's, oh, we got it. Okay. In Germanic language, the process by which the quality of a vowel was altered in certain phonetic contexts. In Celtic language, we're talking about one time to the Scottish and to the Irish, our Scottish and Irish brothers and sisters, right? I was just watching some reruns of I guess episodes have just been, maybe, whether you want to call that any rerun, I don't know how you want to look at it, right? But of WWE Raw on Monday nights in Monday Night Raw, and looking at Drew McIntyre doing his whole back and forth Scottish brother, right? The change of an initial consonant in a word caused historically by the preceding word. So again, where you formulate something off of something else, man. You change from the original to something else. We're in the likeness of y'all. We're the mutants. We've been given abilities. Shout out Stan Lee, man. Shout out Stan Lee, man. Shout out Stan. We're talking about truth hidden in earthen vessels. That's what your Bible tells you, man. But we ain't caught it yet. We ain't caught it yet, man, because again, you're speaking in terms of massa, so you ain't gonna see it. You can't see it. You gotta let that go. You must separate from among them. You've got to come away in your mind, man. Renew your mind to this stuff. Again, you can disagree on a thing. You ain't got to persecute folks in their life. They can live their life, they can have businesses, and they can run. This is why you set the precedent for things like the Tulsa race riots, y'all. As the terms, I'm using terms y'all say, right? And every other one on this nation and in this planet. Because they don't want black folks there. Just like they don't want homosexual folk. They don't want women there. They don't want the kids there. They just want a male-dominated society. And y'all have a problem with homosexual? Isn't that all the same? Ain't that all the same? No, KJ, that's not what we mean. You know, the women can go but so far. Oh, they can only go but so far, but you can go all the way, though. No, this is how God designed it. Oh, this is how God designed it. No, this is how people made it. This is how people made it. See, because you got the words of God and then the reaction to the words of God, right? This is what the Talmud is about. The holy words of God that you found in the Torah, and then that which on the back end the people respond to. Ain't that right? Jewish people, that's what their responses to. That's what this is what it, I know I'm not making this up, right? See, we're superficial. We're not going deep enough. Anyway, y'all, we the mutants. We are the ones changed from the DNA of. Now, that's a bad thing, but we've given certain abilities. You got that whole verse in the Bible talking about that. Why you hiding your talents, right? If this thing is supposed to be a light shine on the hill for all to see, right? That's what it's supposed to be. Then what are we doing? We okay knocking down somebody else hiding themselves, man. That's what we doing. That's what we okay doing. Jesus. The key in that verse here we're talking about in John is Jesus, right? Jesus telling the woman, go and sin no more. Why have we assumed the spot of the creator? Why do we do that? If Jesus is God in the flesh, why are we doing that? Now, see, we got a responsibility to tell the truth and talking justice and freedom. Is that really true? Or again, are we doing what we normally do, which is assume the Godhead? We think we're the creator. Again, people have been changing body parts for a long time on these lands, y'all. And by these lands, I mean the planet. So what are we doing throwing shade for? What are we doing, y'all? You don't agree with it? Fine. Go on about your business. It's not a big deal. Again, what you should be more worried about is the massa taking your money, but nobody ever does that. But see, again, you go and you shop in these supermarkets and everything, and everybody doing you foul. You can't get the proper service no more. You've got self-checkout now instead of multiple cashiers. See, they're taking your jobs, y'all. But no, nobody stand up to talk about that. You don't know what you do is go and crash down the government buildings during the January 6th pseudo riot. That's what you do. You won't stand in the legal processes, things that made Labor Day. No. What y'all would rather do is just keep tacking the homosexual and the transgender all day long. That's what you do. Tell black folks how they got to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Now, that's not to see, again, we're talking twisting holy notions. Yes, there is a thing where you apply yourself. Of course, there's a thing where you apply yourself. But we're talking about giving proper acknowledgement to what happened. And you cannot formulate that which is the proper defense for our dear so-called black brothers and sisters without acknowledging certain things that happen in the church. Caused by the church. Those who were Christians, you know how Ananias and Sapphira thought it made sense to steal from the church in the book of Acts? Christians. They weren't not Christian. Why do people think that? They was Christians. Thought that made sense. It didn't make no sense. That was wrong. And if judgment starts in the house of God, how much else is wrong we are doing as Christians? Maybe some of the stuff that we're overlooking. Maybe. Just a question, yo. Again, everybody like throwing stones. Maybe we again, we all know the story. We all seen it. They said, here you go, 6. This is the key, because you have given yourself over to the evil you think you're hunting. This they said, tempting him, that they might have something to accuse him on. Y'all don't care about telling the truth. Y'all are okay catching people in a lie just so you can knock them down a few more. Lord in heaven is right there in front of folks. They don't want to see it. It's right there in front of folks. They don't want to see it. You have rejected knowledge. Not just that you lack it, you rejected it. You got to go attain it. You got to go study it. Stop letting folks telling you that looking at this and that is a rabbit hole. You need to get your tether and your best rock climbing rope, man, and hook that thing in and go on down in the deep, man. That's where the knowledge is, not in this superficial. And when you go back in time, you find the same thing going on in the church that was going on in the world. Y'all fighting the same. Y'all can't agree on whether it's by good works or by a gift given to God. You can't believe whether women's supposed to be involved in ministry or not. We're talking the same thing y'all been doing this whole time. Giving to the church, not giving back to people, right? How many more of these we got to keep going down the list? Because there's a list, man. There's a list. Matter of fact, again, talking Catholic things, just look at your papal bulls, man. Look at the different things that they was writing rules for, just like your government writing these rules and laws, whatever word y'all want to use, man. Again, the thing is supposed to elevate the society. Can somebody tell me where all these don'ts are helping society? Because again, all I'm seeing is the fighting and the violence. Maybe the hippies was right, huh? Maybe the people that y'all keep making fun of are right, y'all, and maybe the other group needs a little bit of help. How about that? And what did Jesus do on the back end? Did you hear a whole lot of talking? Jesus ain't do a whole lot of talking. This is what we're talking about. He ain't even got to do a whole lot of talking, man. This thing ain't a whole lot of talking. It is you is, or is you ain't, man. That's all this is. He stooped down with his finger and wrote in the ground like he wasn't listening to him. I do that a lot in life, man. I'm done listening on the fools. I really am. I really am, man. I'm not about it no more because it's not giving me any profit. I'm about going to and looking into the things that put profit in my pocket so that I can come on venues like this, right? This is what we're talking about. This is the purpose of things like this so that people can speak their voice out, man. That's what this is. And again, whether you go through a venue like Spotify or you do it on your own, however you get the information out there, man, the point is you need to have the venue necessary to do it. Somebody got to ring the bell, right? We're talking about watchmen on the tower. And again, unless you do it inside of love and truth, which is in the Lord, for the Christians who are going to be going on that verse about the watchmen, let's the Lord build it to do it in vain. Yeah, we know. We already know where you go with it, man. Yo, can you look to the other side for a sec? I'm just asking a question. Can we see anything different? Can we see anything different? And again, this is happening to our Latin brothers and sisters. They go through it too, man. I had a dude tell me one time, this is going to shock y'all, but where do you think everybody, you look at my dear Latin brothers and sisters. This is real, y'all. See, again, we understand. Why does everybody believe in Catholicism so much that is Latin? Y'all, have you ever thought of that? We talking Incans and Mayans and all these people living here worshiping and doing the God thing on their own. And then all of a sudden, here come that colonialistic mess. Again, we ain't sugarcoating the words. That's invasion, y'all. So here come the invaders with who? Oh, yep, they're them Christians, right? I don't care what name you use. Y'all right there, man, doing master's will. Not God's, man. Y'all doing master's will. Robbing them people of their culture. So you could take their land. So you could help the government take their land. Y'all won't stand up in solidarity against that mess now. You can't go talking about nothing else until you address this. Never mind. He that is without sin cast the first stone. See, before you get all the way down to the, don't sin no more. See, before you go all the way down to that part, which has some truth to it, I'm not going against that. Because everybody got something in their lives they need to deal with. But that part is between you and God. See, ain't that who Jesus is? Jesus, where's your accusers? That's all y'all are, man. Trying to accuse God. we just accuse, man. Ain't no upbuilding. Ain't no for the edification of your way to edify now. Y'all ain't got no. See, again, that's why I put that verse in there. Encourage each other in these things. That's why you'll see that little hashtag I always do on my Facebook page, y'all, or on Instagram. And again, we're all over, right? Why is that? We got to stop, y'all. We got to stop. We tearing down each other, man. We tearing down each other. Some notes that I got here. 76 episodes we in, which this one is now 77. Again, we know the numbers thing is silly, right? Because we just throw around stuff, okay? The numbers thing is silly. The idea is who we're helping out there. And the proof is in who's listening. Whose lives it's helping. Don't y'all let people talk you down because you're dealing with suicide. Don't you let people talk you down because your life is homosexual or transgender. Don't you let people talk you down because you are black. As Aretha Franklin said, you are beautiful, blessed, and black. That is the mentality of master talking. That is not your master. It's not the one that made and designed and fashioned and created this thing. No, it's not. Now, we the mutants, y'all. I got a shirt that I keep. Again, we're talking about if you're gonna do something, make something for me, it's gonna be impactful. We ain't just doing the basic. I'm done on the basic, man. They got a certain word out there how they say it about people who are basic, man. But again, to not be too colorful, we got our basic folk out there, man. Y'all are okay just doing that basic. Then you sit back and you come back and talk about, can I pray for you, brother? Can I pray for you, sister? We don't need them type of prayers, man. Operating out of that, which Jesus said would make me twice the child of hell. Yeah, no, I'm good, man. We good. We good, man. Y'all can keep that. That's all right. We ain't gonna be disrespectful to you, but you can keep that. That's okay. Be bold and set precedents. We ain't gonna get into the word precedent today because we're already a few minutes in and we midweek, man. We gotta finish work and stuff like that, right? So be bold, y'all. Have a level of boldness, man. You ain't gonna get it unless you band together. Y'all get involved in your governments, man. When they got in town hall meetings, you see, and they calling it's gonna be at 7:30 or whatever, man. If y'all off that day, hey, invite your friends down. Young people, y'all flood these things, man. So much so that it's on the news. See, again, we do these protests and whatnot, and that's cool, y'all. Young people, y'all rock with it. Old people, y'all rock with it. But again, that's only part of the solution. The rest of it is when you get involved in your governments, of which has such gross things going on inside of it that the protest was needed to begin with, y'all. Get involved there in them courthouses and stuff to the point where they do silly things like change the meeting date or shut down the thing and all that. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about applying real pressure. See, where we setting legal precedent, y'all. We're talking about the things that sent Christians to the gladiator arena, not the ones where Nero thought they were cool enough to have whole holidays formulated around them. That's a different thing, y'all, right? We just saying, right? I know it's cool. Christmas time we come and we did. Easter time we come and we down and we doing that downing thing and what's pagan. No, understand of what was twisted. These holidays got real meaning behind them. But what do you believe? Get involved in this. This is just a note. Get involved in your town meetings on anything. Laws, budgets, sub-laws. I don't care what it is. When they got them things on the docket, these school budgets and what law, y'all be there, man. Hey, we need extra seating. Standing room only. That's how this supposed to look, y'all. Where we respectfully have a conversation about what's going on, because the seat at the table is big. I didn't get to that verse here about the wedding and everything like that. We'll take time on the back end to expound on that verse later, because again we've kept y'all long enough. We just wanted to have a little conversation here, and shout out to the people. Shout out to the love for y'all, my day oneers, who encouraged me to do this. Y'all know and heard in my heart what it is, man. What's on the mind. Go do it. Go do it, bro, KJ. I got folks out there call me brother, man. And to y'all, it's brother right back, right? Just talking about the love of which we as the human race stand in and help each other, not hurt each other. And where we live in peace, regardless of where our lives take us, y'all. So that's what I got for y'all today, man. Shout out one time to my day oneers, man, to my 400 plus strong viewers. And we going higher and climbing, y'all. This is the thing. This is life, man. This is what it is, where we can be better parents. We can be better lovers, man, huh? We can be better spouses and partners. Whether it be in whatever the relationship is, business, romance, right? Relationship to yourself. Know thyself. That's real, y'all. So that's what we got for y'all today. And as always, look to find the beauty in a different view.